Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? My goodness gracious. Another day of the month and July's just about over. Holy moly. I see Lulu Love You is in the house. The Egyptian Gamer Geek is in the house. Everybody ought to get strolling in here. I imagine a notification has been rolling out. Howdy! Everybody seems to enjoy my howdy. How are y'all out there? Your birthday's coming on Sunday and you will be 18. Well, good for you. I wish I was 18 again and knew what I knew now. Man, I got one coming up the end of August. Margie Yeomans is in the house. Good to have you in there. And I will wish the Egyptian Gamer Geek a very happy birthday. Even though it's a little bit early. I celebrate all through August. I've been laughing about that for several years, saying, you know, at my age, you don't know if you're actually going to make it to the birthday. So you better start celebrating early. Well, good. You're going to vlog on Saturday or Sunday about your birthday. Well, good. Enjoy being 18, because that don't last long. Man, it seems like just yesterday, but it's been many moons for me. Have y'all been watching my "And That's Why I'm Single" videos? I got a few more of them I'm going to put out. I can't make that stuff up. I got a couple more really hair curling ones that I haven't recorded yet. I got some recorded I ain't turned loose. Jim Bashirs is in the house. Good to have you in there, Jim. How's everything up Chi-Town way? Awesome Wood Things. Matt is in the house. He's at the beach. Mercy sakes. They won't let me near the beach. I get to laying around near the beach. They keep trying to push me back in the water. You know what that's about. Margie likes my "And That's Why I'm Single" videos. Jim's going to go make him a sandwich. Make me one too. Now bring back enough for everybody. Matt enjoys them. That's why I'm singles. I've got a bunch more to lay out there. Eventually, I'm just going to have to cut it off, though, because, Lord, people are going to think that I'm pitiful if I go too far with it, but I can't make them stories up. I mean, it is what it is. Oh, Lord, Matt's got a funny story about me that he's going to tell me. Oh, my goodness. Lulu says, August marks 21 years of wedded bliss for her. Well, that's special right there. That is special. Not a whole lot of them make it that long, Lulu. For one reason or another. My mom and dad made it 24. They'd have made it to the 25th if she'd lived long enough, but she didn't make it. Anybody got any questions for the 8-ball tonight? We got the 8-ball over here. Okay, Matt says he was watching my "And That's Why I'm Single" video at the beach. The whole family was in the room. Oh, Lord. And then I stepped out, and my vid was still playing. Oh, no. Margie said she'd been married 42 beautiful years. or would have been, yes. I made it 14 before my husband passed. Okay, when YouTube rolled into the next video, my whole family heard howdy and thought, what are you watching? Damn, you watching Minnie Pearl. There's worse things you could be doing. Well, there you go. It's like there's worse things you could do. Minnie Pearl, she was quite the comedian now. They do well to have more like her in this day and age. They all seem to want to go the dark route, I think. That's right. They don't know the awesomeness that is BrendaG. There you go. Well, thank you, Margie. I take that as a big compliment right there, because I really thought a lot of her. Green Bay Wacky's in the house. Just stopping by to say hello. Oh, he's telling me that Minnie is an age giveaway. Well, it's no big secret that I'm old. I think everybody knows that. I don't try to hide it. Well, thank you, Green Bay. Appreciate that. I tweet and Facebook all of yours when you're up live. Cab 7's in the house. Hey, Cab. Just stopping by to say, what is this? Everybody just stopping by? Ain't nobody gonna hang out. And chat and run? What is this? We got the Magic 8 Ball up here to answer questions, and I've got trivia. Yeah, Margie says she's proud to be a baby boomer, too. Yeah, I'm glad to have grown up in the day and age that I grew up in, when we could still play outside and we didn't have all the electronics and stuff growing up. We learned to use our imaginations and be creative. Kids don't do that much anymore. Oh my goodness, Matt wants to know, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball, will it ever stop raining at the beach? Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball, will it ever stop raining at the beach? Tell me true, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. Let's see what Magic 8 Ball's got to say. Magic 8 Ball says, you may rely on it. There you go. Exploring with CF's in the house. Good to have you in there. Supporting creators and YouTube, watching ads. Cool beaners. Cool beaners on the hot wieners. Yep. Thank you, Lulu. She's got my Twitter up there. Follow me on Twitter. Hey, there's Scott with Corkboard TV. Oh, he don't like the 8 Ball. The 8 Ball don't like him. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Scott, you and I are going to have to chat. We're going to have to chat about this right here. All right, I got this thing. I'm trying to figure it all out. I figured out how to put it together. So I got that much going. And I figured out how to charge the battery. I got that much going. But it came with this here little camera thing. And I'm not sure how this thing works, because it don't seem to come apart to put a SD disc or something in it. It's got a little slit here in the back of it. I don't know if an SD disc goes in there. It didn't come with any manual. I've been looking on the internet. I can't find nothing about the camera. And all the models that I find manuals for, with the number that this one has, is not like this one. So, Lord, I don't know. I need some assistance with that thing. Is Brenda gonna get a bigger hat, Magic 8 Ball? Is Brenda gonna get a bigger hat? Green Bay Wacky's asking that. And the Magic 8 Ball says, pretty hazy. Try it again. All right. Well, we'll give the Magic 8 Ball a little more time to think on it. Is Brenda gonna get a bigger hat, Magic 8 Ball? Let's see what the Magic 8 Ball's got to say. Magic 8 Ball says, don't count on it. If Brenda gets a bigger hat, she won't be able to get through the door. Look, they said maybe the manual melted. Maybe. There was no manual in the box at all. There's no instructions on the box for it. So I went to Google and I typed in the name of it and the model number, and it shows a manual, but the manual's not like this one. And it doesn't say nothing about a camera on it at all. So Exploring with CF says, I have an auto repair Magic 8 Ball. I don't quite understand that, CF. You have a Magic 8 Ball needs repaired, or you want to know if the Magic 8 Ball can repair your automobile? I don't know. I can go a lot of different directions with that statement. Yeah, Scott wants to know, Magic 8 Ball, will I ever fly this drone? That's a good question. I think I could probably fly it. I've got it to the point now, if I get batteries in the controller thing, I can fly it. Because I've got the other battery charged up for the drone. But trying to do pictures with it, or videos with it's going to be tricky. Mr. Dutchy Dutch is in the house. Good to see you in there, Dutchy Dutch. Let's see here, what's Magic 8 Ball say about this drone? It says ask again later. I don't think it's got a lot of faith in me, Scott. I don't think flying it's the problem. Getting it back in one piece might be. Dutchy's talking in one-word sentences. There he goes. He says, he's got one of them too. Cool. Well, bless your heart, Lulu. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. The contributions and donations to the channel are greatly appreciated. That's what helps me buy craft supplies. And speaking of that, I will be getting back on the craft go-around here shortly. I've been doing a lot of work here with the channel and trying to sort some things out with the social media and editing and that sort of thing. And I'm still working on that, but by fall I will be back doing the crafting full-time on the channel. Okay, CF says, my 8 Ball has auto repairs on it. You ask what's wrong with your car, and it may say fuel injectors. Oh, cool. I never heard of that before, CF. You taught me something new. Corkboard TV says, another 8 Ball question. Will I win my golf match tomorrow? Oh, now you know that's loaded for the 8 Ball, because the 8 Ball has issues with you. Scott wants to know, Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. Scott wants to know if he'll win his golf match tomorrow. Come on, Magic 8 Ball, what do you say? And the Magic 8 Ball says, it is certain. Oh, Lord. I don't hold a lot of faith in it, but the Magic 8 Ball says you will. All right. Dudgy Dud says his hands move too fast for his brain on the keyboard. Oh, my mouth moves faster than my brain. Everybody will attest to that. Matt says he has an 8 Ball to solve tech issues. Every answer is turn it off and back on again. Oh, Lord. Mine says turn it off and leave it off. Lulu wants to know, will she ever be a grandmother? Will she ever be a grandmother? Lulu, love you. Magic 8 Ball, tell her true. Will she ever be a grandmother? And the 8 Ball says, as I see it, yes. There you go. Grandma Lulu. I can imagine a passel of young'uns following her around. Granny Lulu, give me a cookie. Michiganderman's in the house. Good to have you in there. We're playing with the Magic 8-Ball and asking some questions. I got some trivia we're going to be doing here in a little bit. We're just kind of jawing. And I will also throw this out there. We're going to be doing a live stream on Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with a panel. And we're going to be talking about ways to make money with YouTube. So that should be a very interesting discussion. We have special guests, and I think you'll all want to tune in for that. That should be a very interesting show. I've been doing a lot of research, and we should be throwing some ideas out there to y'all. And Dutchie says he wants my hat. I've had a lot of people say they want this hat. I've had this thing for years. I'm a Alice in Wonderland fanatic, so I've got a lot of Alice in Wonderland stuff around, and when I saw the Mad Hatter hat, I had to have it. Anybody else got any more questions for the Magic 8-Ball? Scott says he wants the 8-Ball. I think you'd be mean to the 8-Ball. I'll trade you the 8-Ball for Charlie the chicken. Yep, thumbs up the video if you would, please. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, Matt got a new puppy. Well, he says it's his new niece puppy. It's a 9-week-old Australian Shepherd. Oh, he wants to know, Magic 8-Ball, will it ever stop having accidents on the carpet? Well, now, there's ways to train them. I was a dog obedience instructor for like 8 years, and I've raised dogs for over 30 years, Matt, so we can talk about how to take care of that, but we'll ask the Magic 8-Ball. Magic 8-Ball, will Harley, the Australian Shepherd puppy, ever stop having accidents on the carpet? And the Magic 8-Ball says, yes, definitely. I concur. It's more training the family than it is training the pup, because you got to get a schedule going. Once you get a schedule going, they learn real fast. I've got 3 Australian Shepherds. Matt's glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm a pretty diversified individual. I've done a lot of different things. I was figuring up the other day, I think I've had like almost 20 jobs in my lifetime of things that I have done. So I have learned a lot, done a lot of different things. Yeah, but you can teach them to do it outside, CF. They can be taught. And Australian Shepherds are really smart. Once they figure out what side the bread's buttered on, they're quick to take off with it. Oh, CF. Mercy. CF must not like Harleys. It is me. Brian is in the house. Good to have you in there, Brian. There, Matt says she's getting better just in a few days he spent with her. Yep. If you take them out regular. In the beginning, you got to take them out like every 2 hours. And you take them out before they eat, after they eat, before they sleep, after they sleep, before they play, and after they play. Margie says her pup is wee pad trained. He'll run in from outside and use the pad. Oh, Margie says, will he learn to use nature? Well, it's pretty simple, Margie. You take the pad outside. If that's what he likes to use, you take the pad outside until he learns that outside is the place to be. But we'll see what the 8-Ball says. Will he learn to use nature? And the 8-Ball says, ask again later. Oh, Lord. No, she wants to know now, 8-Ball. Anybody home? 8 ball, 8 ball. Will the puppy learn to use nature? And the 8 ball says, concentrate and ask again. My goodness gracious, 8 ball, you're being stubborn. 8 ball. Come on, 8 ball. Anybody home? Margie wants to know about her puppy. Will it learn to use nature instead of coming in? 8 ball. Says it better not tell you now. Oh, 8 ball being stubborn. It's not looking good, Margie. Yeah, you just take the wee pad outside is what you do. Till he figures it out. And the pad should get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until he figures out what outside's about. And when he does it outside, you just praise the dickens out of him. Just pour on the loving. Mr. Dutchy Dutch wants to know, will he get out of YouTube prison? Magic 8 ball, will Dutchy Dutch get out of YouTube prison? And the 8 ball says, yes. There you go, Dutch. Straight up, buddy. Matt wants to know, Magic 8 ball, will I get the website I'm building done before the deadline? Who are you building it for, Matt? Is it your own website or are you building it for somebody? Will Matt get the website he's building done before the deadline? Magic 8 ball, Magic 8 ball. Oh, are you building it for someone? We need to talk. Seriously, we need to talk. Okay, it says yes, you will. Yes. For a small car dealership, huh? All right. Yep, we need to talk because I'm looking. Trying to figure this thing out. I got plans. When Brenda has plans, everybody runs for cover. Michigander Man says he's here listening. Matt wants to know what Dutch meant by the YouTube prison. Dutch says YouTube prison is when YouTube won't let you support anyone until they say so. Yeah, it's usually like a 4-hour, 5-hour window, but if you have too many people subscribe to your channel to support the ones that you are subscribing to, or just the opposite. If you have too few people subscribe to your channel compared to what you are subscribing to, YouTube cuts you off. And the only way around that, and I've said this before, and it's unfortunate, but you have to figure out what channels are supporting you. It's usually done by who is commenting on your videos. If you have people who have not been commenting and supporting your videos, you have to unsub them if you want to sub to more people. And that is a sad but true situation. First you go through and you find all the dead channels, all the ones that's been shut down by YouTube or shut themselves down, and you get rid of those. You unsubscribe from all of those. Then you start going through and saying, you know, looking at them seriously, you know, who has been supporting my channel and who has not. And you may even go to their channels and make some comments on their videos, see if they're going to be supporting you. If they don't come back with any support, you have to cut them loose if you're going to subscribe to any more channels and try to find more supporters. So, there you go. I just went through my list the other day looking for channels that are no longer, you know, that don't have anything up, you know, that where it says that this channel no longer exists. And I don't know, I found about a dozen of them. I don't know, Matt. I wish I did know. I wish I did know. I'm assuming it has something to do with the analytics, but I don't know what the answer to that question is. I don't know how it benefits them. But I've been there, so I know the pain. You really don't want to have to unsubscribe from channels, but if you're going to grow, if you're going to keep growing, you have to cut some things loose. Jim Bashirs wants to know from the Magic 8 Ball if he's going to burn his dinner. Magic 8 Ball, Jim wants to know if he's going to burn his dinner. Wyatt Gaming is in the house. Good to have you in there. Is Jim going to burn his dinner? And the Magic 8 Ball says the outlook is not so good. There you go, Jim. Magic 8 Ball's pretty much on the money with everybody but Scott. I think it's mad because Scott won't let me cook Charlie the chicken with some noodles and dumplings. Yep, it's honest, it tells you. Whether you want to know the answer or not. Irish Whiskey 77 is in the house. Good to have you in there. We're playing around with the Magic 8 Ball and asking it questions. We got some trivia questions we're going to be asking here in a couple of minutes. Oh, yeah. I love my noodles. Any kind of pasta. I'm crazy over pasta. Yeah, the Magic 8 Ball is not fond of Scott at all. Wow. Okay, Jim wants to know, so what is the can't sub to someone issue? Okay, if you try to sub to more people than what, and I don't even know what the numbers are on all this, okay? But if you try to sub to more people than what you have subbed to you, and there's a cushion in there somewhere, then YouTube cuts you off, and it tells you that you cannot sub to more people because you don't have enough people sub to you. So you have to cut some people loose. If you have people that are not supporting your channel, if you want to continue to subscribe to other channels and try to gain support for your channel in that direction. So if you don't unsubscribe to channels, then YouTube puts you pretty much in YouTube prison. You just are not allowed to subscribe to any more people. Debbie McWaters is in the house. You're lurking and having dinner. What's for dinner, Debbie? What age levels are the questions tonight? I don't know. Let me see what the box over here says. Does it say? Ages 16 and up. That's what the box says. Okay, Dutch says that if you subscribe to more than 2,000 in a month, they stop you. And Dutch, you might put in where you got that information from. So, you know, if anybody wants to check it out, that they can do that. Debbie's having Chinese for dinner. I did too. I had some sweet and sour chicken a while ago. No, I think he said 2,000. 2,000 a month. Yeah, Jim. Movie Man, blah, blah. Easy for me to say. Movie Mania Nick is in the house. Good to have you in there, Nick. We've been playing around with Magic 8 Ball, asking it questions about the future. Yeah, I won't let you post if you use the other word. Isn't that awful? Well, yeah, YouTube will also delete some subs from your channel. I don't know what their purpose is in doing that, but yes, they do. They delete them, even if they're active channels. I've had them delete active channels. Matt says that he has some science questions. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt. Why don't you... I think you have my email address. If not, you know, fire it over in either Hangouts or Facebook that you need my email. I'll give it to you, and you can give me a list with the answers, and we'll try science. Not tonight, but, you know, be good for next week. Debbie wants me to ask the Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball, she gonna be hungry in an hour. Is Debbie gonna be hungry in an hour? Magic 8 Ball. And the Magic 8 Ball says, very definitely. Oh my goodness. Okay, what did I miss here? Movie Mania Nick wants to know, what if it was a shout out video? What's the other part of that? There's got to be more to it than that. What was a shout out video? We're talking about YouTube taking subs away from your channel and not allowing you to subscribe to more than so many channels in a month and that sort of thing. They're aiming for inactive channels, but the algorithm screws the pooch. Yep, exactly. Movie Mania Nick wants to know, Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball, Magic 8 Ball. Movie Mania Nick wants to know, will he ever win the lottery? Now, I say that there's a lot of different ways to win the lottery, though. I mean, it could be a $1 scratch-off ticket. It could be, you know, the big pot. It could be something in between. So that's not, you know, not a real, let's see, it's an open-ended question. Is that what I want to say? Will Movie Mania Nick win the lottery? And the 8 Ball says, signs point to yes. But it doesn't say how much. Jim's offering Debbie a burnt ham steak sandwich. Okay, CF saying that YouTube has cracked down on shout-out videos. There's ways to get around that. I mean, just don't name it a shout-out in your description or in your title. You can just name the channel and say, you know, like, thank you, so-and-so, well, you know, something like that. Just don't use the word shout out, because that's what the algorithm's going to pick up on. Okay, Corkboard TV, Scott. Will I enjoy the new Mission Impossible movie tomorrow? Scott wants to know, will he enjoy the new Mission Impossible movie tomorrow? Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball, tell us, Drew. And the Magic 8 Ball says, turn it so I can read it. Very doubtful. Save your money. Yeah, if you have inactive followers with inactive channels, you will lose them. There's no if, and, or but about it. Definitely. No, I meant just tell them where you found it. You don't need to put the link in. Just tell them it's like in YouTube rules or something, so they get an idea on where to look for it, Dutch. No shades tonight. I'm just winging it, Green Bay. Rockstar 8970 Abel is in the house. Good to have you in there. Okay, cool, Matt. I'll be checking them later. Well, I don't know. If you go to that movie and you don't enjoy it tomorrow, you'll know that you spent your money and shouldn't have, because the 8-Ball told you, won't you? Rockstar 89708 Abel wants to know, Magic 8-Ball, will there be an earthquake in California soon? Will there be an earthquake in California soon? Magic 8-Ball. And the Magic 8-Ball says, ask again later. No, we want to know now, because we're asking if it's going to happen soon, Magic 8-Ball. We need to get prepared. Magic 8-Ball. Will there be an earthquake in California soon? And the Magic 8-Ball says, as I see it, yes. There you go, Rockstar. Batten down the hatches. Okay. Dutch put it in the YouTube help forum. Okay. I answered him there. Irish Whiskey 77 would like to know if Leprechauns will put some prime rib in his fridge tonight. Oh. Will Leprechauns put some prime rib in the fridge tonight? Oh my goodness. Says ask again later. It's looking for the Leprechauns. Will there be prime rib in the fridge put in there by the Leprechauns? And Magic 8-Ball says, my reply is no. So don't get your mouth watering. Yeah, how would he know if it's leprechauns or elves or dwarves? Might be fairies. A friend of mine posted on Facebook that he saw a fairy ring out in the yard today. I haven't seen one of them in quite a while. Well, when your wife's gone, you're supposed to have a list of all the takeout places in the area, Jim, that deliver. That's how you're going to survive. Oh, no. Scott wants me to... Magic 8-Ball. Magic 8-Ball. Scott's not feeling the love. He wants to know, do you hate him? Magic 8-Ball. Come on now. Magic 8-Ball, do you hate Scott? And the Magic 8-Ball says, the outlook is good. You ask. Magic 8-Ball Dutchy Dutch wants to know, will he come into some real money? Dutchy Dutch wants to know, will he come into some real money? And the 8-Ball says, without a doubt. There you go, Dutch. Yeah, it's brutally honest, isn't it? Oh, make sure you check out each other's channels. We got some power players in the house tonight. We got Cab7 out there. He runs a good inspirational channel. If you want to go for some inspiration to lift you up, maybe you feel a little down, Cab7 is the place to go. And we got Green Bay Wacky out there. He's got his comedy, make you laugh. He's got his support videos that he does, live streams. Once in a while he does a panel. And so you can go over there to get some entertainment. And we got some gamer channels in here. We got some channels that teach you about technical things. We've got all kinds of things going on here in the house. Raven Rain Brooks is in the house. Good to have you in there, Raven. We've been playing with the Magic 8-Ball. And I'll remind everybody again that on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I've got a panel show, live panel, and we're going to be talking about ways to make money with YouTube. So you'll want to tune into that. Maybe we can teach you some things and give you some ideas that you didn't have before, because there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, we ready to play some trivia? Are you ready for the trivia? I got Technetic Beats playing in the background. Hopefully you can hear it good. I haven't changed any settings on it since last week, so it ought to be making a little music for you back there. It's got me twitching. Let's see what we got here. Which celebrity theater has handprints, footprints, and signatures embedded in the concrete located across its front? I think most all of you would know this one. Very popular place. Nope, not Al's Diner. Debbie's close. The spelling's a little off, but I'll accept that. Grauman's Chinese Theater. Grauman's Chinese Theater, formerly known as Mann's Chinese Theater. Yeah, Grauman's. Jim spelled it correct. Well, almost correctly. It's Graumans. Chinese Theater. Yep. What was the first passenger, or who was the first passenger, to ride with Jerry Seinfeld in his web series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee? Is anybody a Jerry Seinfeld fan? Who was the first passenger to ride with Jerry Seinfeld in his web series, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee? Now, I'm just spelling it for you, Jim, just so everybody knows. Nope. It wasn't George Bush. No, nobody has any idea? Okay, it was Larry David. They were in a 1952 Volkswagen Beetle. Which online retail giant's first URL was relentless.com? Which online retail giant's first URL was relentless.com? I know everybody's heard of it. I know they have. It's not eBay. Debbie got it. Amazon. Amazon. The URL still redirects to Amazon. If you go to relentless.com, it'll take you to Amazon. Yep. Which city, say that again, which city straddling two continents houses the Para Palace Hotel where Agatha Christie penned Murder on the Orient Express? Which city straddling two continents houses the Para Palace Hotel where Agatha Christie penned Murder on the Orient Express? Jim Bashir's got it. It is Istanbul. She wrote the novel in room 411 there. Oh. A 16th century rhinoceros in an Italian museum is believed to be the oldest example of what preservation technique? A 16th century rhinoceros in an Italian museum is believed to be the oldest example of which preservation technique? Debbie got it. Taxidermy. Through preservation via mummification was practiced in ancient Egypt. So Matt's close with the dehydration mummification, but they were looking for taxidermy. Which racetrack is home to the Kentucky Derby? Melissa Face in the house. Good to have you in there, Melissa. Yep, Jim got it. Churchill Downs. It's in Louisville, Kentucky. Which historical figure is cast in bronze and stands atop Philadelphia's City Hall? Which historical figure is cast in bronze and stands atop Philadelphia's City Hall? It's not Ben Franklin. Cool, Dutchy Dutch is out of YouTube prison. Good for you. There's a lot of good channels to support in here. You find a lot of good support. Nope, it's not Lincoln. It's not Washington. Everybody give up. It's William Penn. William Penn. Which historical figure is cast in bronze and stands atop Philadelphia's City Hall? William Penn. How many months did Conan O'Brien host The Tonight Show for... try that again. How many months did Conan O'Brien host The Tonight Show for? 3, 7, or 9? How many months did Conan O'Brien host The Tonight Show for? 3, 7, or 9? Raven got it with 7. Raven Rain Brooks got it with 7. How many amendments to the U.S. Constitution are there? How many amendments to the U.S. Constitution are there? Green Bay's multitasking. Oh my goodness. Got to be careful with that multitasking. You'll be doing a lot of things and none of them come out right. Yeah, CF's right. It doesn't matter because I don't follow it. Matt got it. 27. 27 amendments to the Constitution. Yep. Which DC landmark's dome is topped by a 19-foot tall bronze woman named Freedom? Which DC landmark's dome is topped by a 19-foot tall bronze woman named Freedom? Jim got it. It's Capitol Building. Which British university was instrumental in coining the term scientist, first used in 1834? Which British university was instrumental in coining the term scientist, first used in 1834? Yes, Cambridge. It says polymath William Wehel, Nixt Savant, and Nature Forscher, I guess that's how that's pronounced, in favor of scientists. Which former NASCAR driver shared the nickname with Elvis? Which former NASCAR driver shared a nickname with Elvis? The nickname they shared was the King. The nickname they shared was the King. Which former NASCAR driver shared a nickname with Elvis? Everybody give up? Richard Petty. Richard Petty. Which drink, popular in Polynesian culture, numbs the mouth and is said to have soothing qualities? Which drink, popular in Polynesian culture, numbs the mouth and is said to have soothing qualities? Nope, it's not Mojito. Not Dr. Bamboo. Four-letter word. Not curare. Not pineapple juice, not beer. Not Coke. The answer is Kava. K-A-V-A, Kava. Okay, here you go. Which 1970s pop star wrote the State Farm insurance jingle, "Like a Good Neighbor"? Which 1970s pop star wrote the State Farm insurance jingle, "Like a Good Neighbor"? Nope, wasn't Mick Jagger. Nope, wasn't Gene Simmons. '70s pop star. Oh, see ya, you crack me up. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Nobody knows? Azure Muse is in the house. Good to have you in there. Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow. Who was the first U.S. Vice President to receive the Nobel Peace Prize after he raised awareness of climate change? Now, y'all should get this one. Who was the first U.S. Vice President to receive the Nobel Peace Prize after he raised awareness of climate change? Jim got it? Al Gore. He received the award in 2007. Which artist gained attention as a graffiti writer who used the moniker Samo to tag buildings and trains? Which artist gained attention as a graffiti writer who used the moniker Samo to tag buildings and trains? And that's S-A-M-O. Which artist gained attention as a graffiti writer who used the moniker Sam O to tag buildings and trains? Anybody? I'm not sure I can pronounce it, but I'll give it a shot here. Nope, not Diaz. It's Jean-Michel Basquiat, and that's Basquiat. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Jean-Michel or Jean-Michel Basquiat. At sea level, at which temperature in Fahrenheit does water boil? At sea level, at which temperature in Fahrenheit does water boil? Yep, Jim got it. 212 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the name of the vehicle used to resurface the rink in an ice hockey game? What is the name of the vehicle used to resurface the rink in an ice hockey game? Yep, Jim got it. A Zamboni. Inventor was Frank Zamboni, and he built his first ice skating rink in 1939 and the machine a decade later. For the longest time, people would talk about Zambonis. I was just a kid. They'd talk about Zambonis, and I thought they was talking about some kind of a dessert. Prior to statehood in 1820, Maine was a part of which state? Prior to statehood in 1820, Maine was a part of which state? That could be true, Jim, but that's not what we're looking for. It's not Vermont, not North Dakota. Al got it. Massachusetts. Good to see you in there, Al. Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop. Yep, it was Massachusetts. In which 80s classic does Matthew Broderick tell us life moves pretty fast? If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. In which 1980s classic does Matthew Broderick tell us life moves pretty fast? If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Yep, Raven Rain got it. Raven Rain Brooks got it. Ferris Bueller. It was Ferris Bueller's Day Off, to be exact. Yep. Yep. And Jim, who you directing that at? We need to talk after this. What, me and you, or you and somebody else? I'm always willing to talk to you. Not a whole lot of people like to talk to me because sometimes they don't like what I got to say. I'm much like the 8-ball. I tell it like it is. Jimbo 5312 is in the house. Good to see you in there. We're playing a little trivia. Next question is, who served as British Prime Minister from 1979 to 1990? Oh, okay. So Jim wants to talk to Al. I see how you are. Well, yep, yeah. we got Maggie, the old chick Thatcher. Yep. Margaret Thatcher, nicknamed Iron Lady. Well, thank you for the invite. I appreciate that. What is the name of the hero in James Fenimore Cooper's novel, Last of the Mohicans? What's the name of the hero in James Fenimore Cooper's novel, Last of the Mohicans? We got any readers in here? Nope, it's not Deerslayer. The name is also the name of a character, a very popular character in the series MASH. Yep, Jim got it. Hawkeye. Hawkeye. What medicinal and landscaping plant is called a living fossil, having hardly changed in over 200 million years? Branscombe Farm is in the house. Good to have you in there. Branscombe Farm. Pronounce it correctly. My tongue gets wrapped around my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying. Nope, not marijuana. Well, good to have you in there, Dutchy Dutch. I'm glad you came and played around with us here a little bit with some 8-ball and some trivia. I love my creative spirits in the house. Good to have you in there. No, it's not a fern. The tipped over wheelbarrow with the flowers in it. Nope. Nobody knows? Ginkgo. Ginkgo. Fossils of extinct species are nearly identical, including the unique fan-shaped leaves. Ginkgo. Which rhyming phrase is slang for knitting? Or try this again. Which rhyming phrase is slang for a knitting and gabbing circle? I know, I'd never heard this one before, so we'll see if any of you know what it is. Which rhyming phrase is slang for a knitting and gabbing circle? See, I was calling it hen house. I would have called it a hen party. Knitting bees out there, clucking, clutch, casting, yak shack. I never heard this one before. The answer is stitch and bitch. I'd never heard that before. Anybody else heard that before? That's a new one to me. Yeah, hen party. I've heard that. Just know, but I like it. You say that there? Well, then why didn't you type it in, Lulu? In which country would you be served chimichurri with steak? In which country would you be served chimichurri with steak? It's not Mexico. It's not Japan. It's not France. Not China. Not Uruguay. Not Cuba. Not Spain. It's not Wisconsin. It's not Chile. Azure Muse got it. Argentina. Argentina. In which country would you be served chimichurri with steak? Argentina. Which video game includes an updated terminal map with its 2016 Infinite Warfare Edition as a pre-order bonus? It's a very popular game. Which video game includes an updated terminal map with its 2016 Infinite Warfare Edition as a pre-order bonus? Well, Irish Whiskey, you may have to refresh the screen if you're running that far behind. It's not Warcraft, it's not Fortnite, it's not Care Bears. Ah, Matt got it. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. It says here, the map resembles a space station terminal to match the game's theme. What Italian-American governor of New York, an esteemed orator, was the first guest on Larry King's interview show on CNN in 1985? Which Italian-American governor of New York, an esteemed orator, was the first guest on Larry King's interview show on CNN in 1985? Yep, Matt got it. Mario Cuomo. His son Andrew was elected governor of New York in 2010. In ancient Greek and Egyptian mythology, a sphinx has the head of a human and the body of which animal? In ancient Greek and Egyptian mythology, a sphinx has the head of a human and the body of which animal? Lion. Matt got it with lion. Which bird's extinct relative, whose bones were found in Antarctica, stood as tall as LeBron James and weighed about as much too? Which bird's extinct relative, whose bones were found in Argentina, stood as tall as LeBron James and weighed about as much too? Not the dodo. Not Big Bird. Think cold climate bird. There you go, penguin. Dubbed the colossal penguin, it stood 6 feet 8 inches tall and weighed 250 pounds. Now that's a heck of a penguin right there. Nightmares are made about that. Wow. What's the Russian name for nesting dolls? I'm not even sure I can pronounce it. What's the Russian name for nesting dolls? Krista Skabetta is in the house. Welcome. Playing a little trivia. Yeah, no kidding, Debbie. Dinner for the whole tribe. One big bird. Okay, the Russian name for nesting dolls is Matryoshka. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. It's spelled M-A-T-R-Y-O-S-H-K-A. I would not have known that one. That one would have stumped me. I've always called them nesting dolls. Okay, next question. The first and only mayor of Sonoma, California, was which kind of animal? The first and only mayor of Sonoma, California, was which kind of animal? I didn't even know that that was an alternative that we could elect animals in as elected officials, but okay. Dog. Debbie got it with dog. It says here, its name was Bosco. It was a black Labrador mix. Probably did the best job that has ever been done. Taylor Swift became the youngest person to win a Grammy for Album of the Year for which album? Taylor Swift became the youngest person to win a Grammy for Album of the Year for which album? But what was the name of the album? Kanye's mic. Oh, mercy. Well, she wasn't then. She's 21 years old when she won. Nobody knows? Fearless. The name of the album was Fearless, and she was 21 years old when she won. Who famously trumpeted Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive during his 2012 convention speech? Who famously trumpeted Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive during his 2012 convention speech? Jim, I'd like to see that. I really would. Nope, it wasn't Dr. Seuss and it wasn't Bush. Wasn't Obama. Okay, the question is, who famously trumpeted Osama bin Laden is dead and General Motors is alive during his 2012 convention speech? Wasn't Obama. Nope. But you're close. Bootsy Sweethearts is in the house. Good to have you in there, Bootsy. We're playing trivia. Nope. Wasn't Hillary. Melissa got it. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Well, Jim, send me a link over on Facebook. You got me on Facebook, or hit me in Hangouts, either way. Send me a link, I'll watch it. The next one is, which play won a Tony in 1980 that depicted the rivalry between Salieri and Mozart? Which play won a Tony Award in 1980 that depicted the rivalry between Salieri and Mozart. It's Salieri. Salieri and Mozart. It's a real popular play. Yep. Exploring with CF's got it. Amadeus. What breed of dog was Buddy, widely considered to have been the first seeing eye dog to enter service in the United States? Which breed of dog was Buddy, widely considered to have been the first seeing eye dog to enter service in the United States? Not a golden. Not a lab. Yeah, Melissa got it. German Shepherd. German Shepherd. What was the last person to cross the finish line of the Tour de France called? Besides loser. Okay. What is the last person to cross the finish line of the Tour de France called? Besides loser. What is the last person to cross the finish line of the Tour de France called? Catfish Jones is in the house. Good to see you in there, Catfish. Nobody knows? Slow as hell. Oh my. Now, I'm sure I'm probably not going to pronounce it correctly because it's basically French. You know, Tour de France and being what it is and all. But Lanterne Rouge. Lanterne Rouge. A red lantern traditionally hung on the last car of a railroad car. Okay. Lanterne Rouge. If you have a question for the 8-ball, you ask it, and we'll just ask the Magic 8-ball. I got Magic 8-ball right here. Wants to know, will calamine work for this rash? Depends on what kind of rash it is, but we'll ask the Magic 8-ball. Magic 8-ball, Magic 8-ball. Catfish wants to know, will calamine work for his rash? He has a rash. Will calamine work for the rash? And the Magic 8-ball says, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It worked on mine. I had poison sumac. asking the 8-ball means different things in different hoods. Next question. Which body of water is shared between Switzerland and France? Which body of water is shared between Switzerland and France? There's a city and a convention named after it. Does that help you? Which body of water is shared between Switzerland and France? There's a city and a convention named after it. It's a lake. Nobody knows? I'll let you get this one. There you go. Irish Whiskey 77 got it. Geneva. Lake Geneva. Yep. Which AC/DC song do Dewey Finn's Protégés play during the closing credits of 2003's School of Rock? Which AC/DC song do Dewey Finn's Protégés play during the closing credits of 2003's School of Rock? Nope, it's not Thunderstruck. Not Highway to Hell. Which AC/DC song do Dewey Finn's proteges play during the closing credits of 2003's School of Rock? There you got it. Jim Bashir's got it. Long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Which politician dubbed Diana, Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, in the days following her death in 1997? Which popular politician dubbed Diana, Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, in the days following her death in 1997? It's not an American politician. It is not an American politician. Which politician dubbed Diana, Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, in the days following her death in 1997? It's not Prince Albert. Well, welcome back, Debbie. Glad you got your Wi-Fi back. It's not Prince Albert, but it is British. There you go, Tony Blair. Irish whiskey got it. Irish whiskey got it. Tony Blair. A plaque marks the spot at the St. Mary Magdalene Church where he gave his tribute speech. Oh, you should all get this one. Who are Andy and Don in the eponymous book about the longtime friendship of two actors who in the 1960s sitcom is an ode to small town values? Who are Andy and Don in the eponymous book about the longtime friendship of two actors whose 1960s sitcom is an ode to small town values? Andy and Don, Small Town Values, 1960. The Andy Griffith Show, yeah, Griffin and Knotts. Andy Griffith and Don Knotts. Yep. Andy Griffith and Don Knotts. Both gone now and missed. Why don't astronauts eat bread in space? Why don't astronauts eat bread in space? Yep, Matt got it. Crumbs. It crumbles. Floating crumbs could be dangerous. What NBA Hall of Famer is nicknamed the Hick from French Lick? What NBA Hall of Famer is nicknamed the Hick from French Lick? Yeah, Jim Bashir's got it. Larry Bird. I thought you might get that, being from Indiana. Which Nordic country was first to give women the right to vote in 1906? Which Nordic country was first to give women the right to vote in 1906? Lulu should get this. Is Lulu still out there? Which Nordic country was first to give women the right to vote in 1906? Oh, somebody got it up there. It was way up there. Let's see. Matt got it with Finland. Yes, it was Finland. Almost missed it, Matt. Yes, it was Finland. Which member of an acting family dated Taylor Swift and is rumored to be the ex in her song, We Are Never Getting Back Together? Now, you should all get this one. I'll take the first name. I don't expect you to know the last. Which member of the acting family dated Taylor Swift and is rumored to be the ex in her song, We Are Never Getting Back Together? Nope, it wasn't Joe. Wasn't Jacob. It's the other one. Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal. That was the name of the guy. Jake Gyllenhaal. Which Kentucky-born U.S. president is honored in the Wrestling Hall of Fame? Which Kentucky-born U.S. president is honored in the Wrestling Hall of Fame? David's Fish Tanks is in the house. Good to see you in there. I ain't seen you in a while. Which Kentucky-born U.S. president is honored in the Wrestling Hall of Fame? See, and this is kind of news to me because I didn't realize he was born in Kentucky. I know where he was raised. Well, you're kind of close, Melissa, but no cigar. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, yeah. I didn't realize he was born in Kentucky. I know he's raised in Indiana. Which elusive British street artist embellished a copy of a Monet painting with grocery carts and trash to make an eco-statement? Which elusive British street artist embellished a copy of a Monet painting with grocery carts and trash to make an eco-statement? Anybody know? Yep, Catfish, apparently he was. I know Trump was, but I was not aware of that about Lincoln, but yep, apparently so. Not Winston Churchill. I'm just throwing this out to see if anybody else knows it because I didn't know it. So if you get it, you're better than me. I'll give you a second here to see if you come up with the answer. Yeah, raised in Indiana, stolen by Illinois. Yep, Trump was a wrestler. The answer is Banksy. B-A-N-K-S-Y. Banksy. Yeah, be something. All right. Banksy. What is the official tree of the U.S. per Congress as of 2004? Redwood, oak, or maple? What is the official tree of the U.S. per Congress as of 2004? Redwood, oak, or maple? There, Debbie got it. Oak. Oak tree. Which retired NPR radio personality is known for his signature look of red tie, socks, and sneakers? Which retired NPR radio personality is known for his signature look of red tie, socks, and sneakers? Catfish is leaving. Bye, Catfish. We'll miss you. His show was on for 42 years. Which retired NPR radio personality is known for his signature look of the red tie, socks, and sneakers? Garrison Keillor, host of the radio show A Prairie Home Companion for 42 years. We'll do one more, and then I think we'll shut her down for tonight. Name 3 of the 4 official languages spoken in Switzerland. Name 3 of the 4 official languages spoken in Switzerland. Okay, we got French and German, or no, yeah, French and German are 2. And then Bootsy got German, French, Italian. Yeah, that's 3 of them. The 4 are German, French, Italian, and Romanish. German, French, Italian, and Romanish. Which TV variety show star tangoed away on Dancing with the Stars to become the oldest winning champion in 2009 at the age of 52? Which TV variety show star tangoed away on Dancing with the Stars to become the oldest winning champ in 2009 at the age of 52? Wasn't Bob Barker, wasn't George Burns, wasn't Rosanna, wasn't Steve. No. Not Mr. Magoo. When I tell you, you're going to kick yourself because you should know this. He and his sister had a variety show. Does that help? If I said a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll, would that help? There you go. Bootsy got it. Donnie Osmond. Yep. Queen Elizabeth has had over 30 dogs of what breed? Queen Elizabeth has had over 30 dogs of what breed? There you go. Debbie got it. Corgis. Corgis. Yep. Which pen name did J.K. Rowling use when she wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Which pen name did J.K. Rowling use when she wrote Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them? Nobody knows? Newt Scamander. Newt Scamander. It's a companion book to the Harry Potter series. What's the largest land-based arthropod? Yeah, arthropod. What is the largest land-based arthropod? I guess first you'd need to know what an arthropod is, wouldn't you? Well, we learn a lot playing this, though. Not a salamander, not an elephant. What is the largest land-based arthropod? The answer is coconut crab. Its leg span can reach 3 feet across. Have you ever seen pictures of them things? They are huge. Coconut crabs. Wouldn't want to get a case of them, would you? This is the last question. In which professional sports venue did AstroTurf first appear? In which professional sports venue did AstroTurf first appear? Not the sport itself, but the place. They're looking for the place. Which professional sports venue did the AstroTurf first take place? We're not looking for the sport, we're looking for the place. Where did they first put the AstroTurf? But which one, Azure? Which one? It was at a dome. Which one? Which dome? Name the city. I'm going to make you work for it. It's the last question. Which city? There we go. Jim got it. Houston Astrodome. Houston Astrodome, originally named Chemgrass. The Monsanto invention was renamed for the Astrodome, calling it AstroTurf. There you go. Houston Astrodome. Cool beaners. Yep. Want me to go another 6? No, Bootsy, you're not, but you didn't say which city. I was asking which city. The Houston. We wanted Houston Astrodome. I'll give you another 6 questions. Zara opened the first clothing store in what country? Zara opened the first clothing store in what country? Wasn't Turkey. Wasn't Iran, wasn't Australia. Not France. Not Italy. Not China. The rain there falls mainly on the plain. Has there anybody ever heard that? There you go, Jim heard it. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Spain is the answer. I don't like any of the questions on that card. I'm going to try a different card here. The hot brown is the signature dish for what southern city? The hot brown is the signature dish for what southern city? The hot brown is the signature dish for what southern city? There you go, Jim got it. Louisville, Kentucky. Bacon, turkey, and cheese on toast dish. Not for the faint-hearted. Bacon, turkey, and cheese. Yep. Which artist had the fastest-selling album of 2015, moving 3.38 million copies in its first week of release? Which artist had the fastest-selling album of 2015, moving 3.38 million copies in its first week of release? Female artist. It's a female artist. Which artist had the fastest-selling album of 2015, moving 3.38 million copies in its first week of release? Nope, it wasn't Pink. Not Taylor Swift. Not Lady Gaga. There we go. Debbie got it. Adele. Adele. The album is called 25. 25. Adele. At the 2016 Democratic National Convention, who declared, "I believe in science"? In the 2016 Democratic National Convention, who declared, "I believe in science"? Would it help if I say the person was a candidate? That kind of narrows it down. Nobody knows? Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton. Which model appeared topless on the self-penned 1993 novel Pirate? Which model appeared topless on the self-penned 1993 novel Pirate? Bootsy got it. Fabio. Fabio. Where are devices known as UAVs designed to be used on ice, in the air, or underwater? Where are devices known as UAVs designed to be used on ice, in the air, or on water? Jim got it. Air. It's an abbreviation for unmanned aerial vehicle, such as a drone. Which number is symbolic in yoga for representing the number of sacred sites in India and the number of sacred lines through the body? Which number is symbolic in yoga for representing the number of sacred sites in India and the number of sacred lines through the body? Okay, here's a hint. It's bigger than 100. Which number of symbolic... Try it again. Which number is symbolic in yoga for representing the number of sacred sites in India and the number of sacred lines through the body? It's larger than 100. Well, Debbie's the closest at 107. It's actually 108. 108. Which number is symbolic in yoga for representing the number of sacred sites in India and the number of sacred lines in the body? 108. Which African country gained its independence from Sudan in 2011? Which African country gained its independence from Sudan in 2011? Mountain Man Coins and Antiques is in the house. Good to have you in there. We're playing a little trivia. The question is, which African country gained its independence from Sudan in 2011? Nobody seems to know. I think I've stumped you. South Sudan. The answer is South Sudan. In the Pixar blockbuster Brave, Merida's mother is turned into which animal? In the Pixar blockbuster Brave, Merida's mother is turned into which animal? Hey, there's Mel Mel in the house. He's spinning some rhymes. As your muse got it, a bear. She was turned into a bear. What U.S. spokes character made his first appearance in Leslie's Weekly in 1916 with the words, "What are you doing for preparedness?" Man, that's a tough question. But it's a very well-known character, even today. Very well-known. What U.S. spokes character made his first appearance in Leslie's Weekly in 1916 with the words, "What are you doing for preparedness?" Bootsy got it. Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam. Illustrated by James Montgomery Flagg. This Dartmouth alum is responsible for creating such characters as King Yertle, Yolanda Jorgensen, and Sally Walden. What's their name? This Dartmouth alum is responsible for creating such characters as King Yertle, Yolanda Jorgensen, and Sally Walden. Wrestler Mania is in the house. Good to have you in there. Bye, Matt. It's good to have you in there this evening. Hope you had fun with us. I'll be in touch with you. We got to talk. Yep, Wrestler Mania got it. It was Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. What's the word for 1 nautical mile per hour? Green Bay should get this in. Exploring with CF is leaving. It was great to have you in there, CF. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget Wednesday night. Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about how to make money with YouTube. Bootsy got it. She's the first one in with not. It is not. The next one, the last question. Here's going to be the last one for the evening. Which record-breaking sprinter, considered the fastest human alive, has the nickname Lightning Bolt? Which record-breaking sprinter, considered the fastest human alive, has the nickname Lightning Bolt? Wow, you got it! Jim Bashir's got it. And I'm going to say that his name is pronounced Usain. Usain Bolt is his name. Yep. Usain Bolt. That is correct. I'm surprised. The ones that I don't think you'll get, you get. And the ones I think you'll get, you can't get. Don't forget, we're going to have that live stream Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on my channel with a panel, and we've got a special guest, and we're going to be talking about how to make money with YouTube. There's more ways than you might imagine to do it. So it should be a very interesting panel discussion, and you won't want to miss that. And with all that being said, I think there's only one thing left to say besides thank y'all for coming. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Brenda's Crafty. Be like Brenda. Night, y'all.